Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we're doing the same thing back again. We're going to be focusing on all of our decision making, playing Serath in the jungle. We're going to be doing a bruisery Serath kind of build, starting off on the red camp. Started off with sentries this game. You can look at the map and see that I dropped a ward on my blue buff before I started the recording. And yeah, we're going to kite this around, get this a little bit low, and we are going to go into a full clear. Now I have an idea for a build that I haven't quite built on her, mostly the build path, so we're kind of checking something out and seeing how I like it, but we're going to see. Regardless, more or less, it's not going to change my build up too much, so it should be fine. Serath's early jungle, not very great. Actually, her as a jungler, not very great, but is a hero that I really enjoy playing. I feel like I'm really good at her, even though I don't think she's amazing. But you can see me kiting the camps, so always kind of the same thing, right? Kiting the camps, getting things moving along, moving towards the direction we want to go in, and we're just going for the full clear. I'm probably going to do 2 full clears. We'll maybe show up to like the 5-minute river buffs. Again, the river buffs do spawn on the odd minutes, so keep that in mind. As we're kiting away, we're smacking. Kiting away, we're smacking, grab our third ability, and we're going to move our way forward. So I do have sentries, like I said earlier, so if I find an opportunity to step into my, my laners, like areas where there could be wards, I can try to help them out. Something to think about. Enemy jungle is Kwong, and he actually started with a Codex, which means that he's going to probably be more of a damage build, I hope. Because I don't really feel like playing against Greystone tank and Kwong tank, but we'll see. Alright. Low duo lane, but sadly I can't really connect with much of that. We got that first blood in the mid, which we like to see. Okay, so we see Kwong at 16 farm. Going for a duo lane gank. Might give us a little bit of information about how his red camp might, or like his red side camps might start coming up, assuming he started red. But I don't think I'm going to do anything with that information. We're just going to finish the full clear. We're going to be maxing up her, what is it? Chastise ability. Try to say that for console players. And something I'm trying first is I'm going to go into a Basilisk first. It's actually very similar to the Grux build. I'm going to try to build Basilisk Bonesaw into Overlord, where Overlord usually is picked up first because it's a really good clear item. I think that this is going to spike a little bit later for us. Like I want to try this out, bringing it in a little bit later to bring more power, but to just focus on damage early on, because this character is inherently kind of damagey, and even though I'm just playing for clears, if I do get into a fight, having that Ruthless Broadsword would be really nice to have. So we'll see how this works out for me. I may just in the future recommend going Overlord first, which I definitely can say is definitely a consistent thing, whereas I'm trying something out. Okay, so we're clearing, right? We're clearing. I could probably catch my second camp, and then I'm going to look for a 5-minute mid camp. And if I'm clearing on rotation and I know that he's shown up, then I should be ahead of him. We're going to sweep really quickly, so no wards there. Well, I had the extra little second. So I know that I should be ahead of the Kwong because I have not shown up to lane. I've been on perfect rotation, right? Okay, smite that down. And we're going to look to put a little bit of pressure on mid here if we can. I know that I haven't stepped on a ward yet. We're going to sweep here. I'm going to grab this one. He should grab the left one. Okay, so Kwong is there. I'm going to try to pinch in and help. Okay, we're here with it. We should get this pick here. Trade that. I don't know if I can trade on the Kwong. I can try to get to him. No. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to shove this wave in then. We're going to try to manage this wave. It sucks that she used her flash there because it made it to where I couldn't get like a double kill. But what we're going to do is manage this wave to push it in. So that way the enemy laner misses some farm, and I'm even going to potentially look for a bit of an invade here as well. Okay, his 2 camp is here. I have my E to get out. I'm going to try to steal his 2 camps. That's what you're watching me do here. You're watching me go for a 2 camp steal. He pushes me here. Alright, we make him miss his sword, and that's a free kill on us. Now we're going to jump out of here because the mid laner is probably back. We see him there. We're out of here. We are out of here. I've got some farm over on this side of the map that I'm just going to look to focus on. So we're going to probably full finish this blue side, and then we're going to base and head out to my red side. So nice, we got a kill lead, got some advantage, and we are looking to just kind of carry this. So, you know, using the rest of this health that I have, because it's not enough health to really keep carrying and going into fights and things. It's just going to get me further and further into my build. It also just kind of keeps the continuity of like keeping the timers going, right? Like I'm killing this because it's up. I don't want to wait too long, so there's no reason for me to back. I just want to kill this because it's up, and then the timers are kind of in sync with each other, right? Like these two camps are in sync with each other. Don't have to worry about kiting because I'm not going anywhere. I can take the damage, it's not a big deal. Killing the duo lane, and we're gonna grab some items now. All right, got the brooch. We're 650 away. We do have our ultimate, so now I wouldn't mind stepping on the gas. I can't step into the 7-minute mid lane or like mid bugs because I'm not there. I'm almost doubling his farm, which is pretty huge. I don't think I can help the twin blast, so unfortunately there's not much for me to show up to there. If the timing and if the positioning and the timing was a little bit better, I probably could have helped, but. And I'm also not going to use my smite right now because if they did say they went for an objective, I would have to be a little bit careful about that. Which I see Kwong over here anyways. What I'm going to do is sweep and look to see if there's a ward here. If there's no ward here, we're going to go in. Okay? We're going to try to use our Q. Oh, I tried to use the Q. I have my ultimate on, so I'm on him now. Ah, and that's his flash. Okay, so we get his flash. I know that the Kwong's on the other side of the map, so I should at minimum be able to invade here. So what I'm going to do is, well, I see him in the mid. I'm going to invade here, take this camp, and then I'm going to go back into my side of jungle. So we steal the... and I'm actually going to sweep on my way out too, because if there's a ward here, I can get it. We steal the flash, or we trade the flash, really, and we get a camp. Now back in my jungle. So I have a lot of farm up now. I don't have an ultimate cooldown. I'm at 37 on my 40 of hunt, so this camp right here, now I have the wild hunt. Still maxing up my my chastise. And I'm chilling. Low health, but what I could do is look to completely finish my jungle or finish this blue side because I do have my basilisk up. So keep in mind, you want to look for power spikes. So instead of just sitting here, and actually, you know what? I take that back because I'm close to my crest. I'm like pretty close to it, so I'm going to keep farming. I'm going to finish my blue side. I'm not going to show up to the 9-minute farm. We are a little bit worried about duo lane here because duo lane's dying out a little bit too much. But what we're probably going to do is just finish this blue side. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit out of the duo lane. I want to help them out, but just haven't had the chance to. And we will have an item buy. We will have... they're probably going to go for... Bang there if the Kwong's anywhere near there. But yeah, we're gonna have an item buy. We're gonna have a crest. This is gonna be a nice power spike for us. Fortunately, I'm not sure how much we're gonna be able to do with it, but our mid laner's doing well. I think that they're probably getting Fang Tooth. No, Kwong's in the mid. Kwong at 66 to my 93 farm, so my farming has been paying off very, very well. We are going to take a Icecorn Talons, and then we're going to work on our Bone Saw. Okay, so here's what I have. I have one upgraded Smite. He does not have one, so he's on normal hunt. I'm on wild hunt. I might look to use my ultimate, use my Icecorn Talons, and force this objective here, because if I can get a mini prime, I could try to use that to influence the game. At minimum, I'm taking it off the field, so that's what I'm going to look to do. So Icecorn Talons, and I'm going to show y'all a trick, okay? Make sure you step out of the fire trail. Watch this trick right here. It's nothing crazy. Use the Q to dodge the knockback. So use the Q to dodge the knockback. I'm kind of positioning the fire trail. All right, get out of the fire trail. Didn't have my Q up for that, but that's okay. And we get that objective down. Okay, I have, just by circumstance, I do have a timer on his 2 camp. So Bellica's going to see me here. I'm going to look to potentially invade this 2 camp. Now think about this invade. I need a way out. Alright, a little bit dangerous for me here. I do have my flash. I'm going to hug the wall so Bellica can't knock me up. Alright, we're going to step out of this. She misses. I'm a little bit low, but I still want to invade that 2 camp if I can. Okay, I'm going to go for this river right here. I do need to get away from her. I'm going to run at an angle so she can't knock me up through the wall. You can see how she missed there. I'm even going to jump in on this Greystone. Force this jump. Okay, force the flash. Alright, I got nothing out here, really, so I'm going to go ahead and just go back. Some of my blue side jungle's coming back up, but I think I just want to get out of here. We'll see if he pushes me here. And actually, with the green coming back up, we're probably going to look to take this. I can't help him. I can't help him with the mini prom. He's probably going to pop his ultimate here. Ooh, a little bit mistimed there. But we get that pick. Nice. Okay, so the Kwong was most likely on the right side of the map. I'm going to look to see if I can steal this camp here. Okay, it's not here, so we're going to base. I'm too low. I don't want to stick around. The Murdoch Snipe's already out, but I just got to get out of here. All right, working on the bone saw. My red side jungle is up. A little bit of my blue side jungle's up. 77 to 103 or 108. We're doing fine in farm. I am a little bit worried about my duo lane, but it's just something I'm going to have to let them kind of work through and help them when I can. At 92 farm, we're still ahead of him. No need to save the smite right now because there's no objectives that are coming up. And if anything, I could look for a duo lane gank here. But I'm actually going to do this camp because my ultimate comes up in 10 seconds. So this buys me a little bit of time, gets me another level. All right. Under attack. No ward here. They can kill that, so I can cut across. I think they... Okay, they backed up. All right. No wards out. I'm going to look to go in on them if I can. We're going to go in here. Alright, we're going to flash out of that. They might be able to do something there. He missed. I'm going to jump away from him. And he still gets me, and we don't get that kill. That's tragic. Okay, I went against my better judgment. I usually don't help losing lanes, so what I'm going to unfortunately have to do at this point is not help this lane. Luckily, my mid laner is doing well, and hopefully that buys him a little bit of freedom to farm, a little bit of freedom to poke and do some damage, but dude, not getting a kill there at all is really, really rough. But it looks like the rest of my team is doing well. I've got a lot of blue side jungle farm up that I'm going to look to focus on. And I just, at minimum, what I need to do is not feed, which I'm definitely not doing, and I want to stay ahead of their jungler. So their jungler's level 8, 95 farm. I'm 120. He has one objective down. I have the mini prime down. But we do have to focus pretty heavily on the next Fangtooth, because I don't want to give them multiple Fangtooths and push themselves closer to that third Fangtooth, where they can get that 8% stats. So I do need to make sure I'm focusing on the next Fangtooth. So I'm going to be playing a lot of the game with intention to get to the next Fangtooth. So that means I'm going to be farming with the intent to get to the next Fangtooth, using my smites with the intent to get to the next Fangtooth, and etc. So, and if I can get this bone saw, which is 1,200 gold, I don't know if I'll have enough time. That would also be pretty nice. All right, he's heading to his left lane. He just warded that as well. I don't know if there's much I can do here. No, not much for me to do there. I'm going to look to farm. If I have to cover mid, I could. We're working our way. Working our way. I'm going to try to catch his wave here. This is a little bit of wave management if I can catch it. I'm catching as much of this wave as I can. And I'm going to hold the wave here, and I'm waiting for his wave to get to me. This is a bit of a time spent for me. But that's going to catch his farm there. And now he can get his farm. I should share a bit of that experience as well. All right, I'm gonna pre-ping Fangtooth because I want my teammates to know that I am very interested in this next Fangtooth. As I'm farming up. Very, very interested in this next Fangtooth. I'm not gonna look for a gank on duo lane because, like I said, I just don't really trust that we're in like a gankable, winnable team fight position. I am gonna take a base really quickly and then head back out with a little bit more stats, right? Just a little bit.
I must go back.
We have all of our buttons except for our flash. We're in a pretty good position.
Allied tower.
And I do want to remind my team again that I think that this Fangtooth is going to be important. This is going to be an important Fangtooth. Okay, a couple people in the mid. I can look to pinch in potentially. We'll sweep to make sure. Alright, we drop our Ice Scorn Talons to try to slow him. Alright, we shove her. We shove both of them out a reasonable amount. He got the ult on him. Nice, very nice. Very nice. Very nice play. I think that comes at the cost of our duo lane, so we're going to take down this tier 1. Our duo lane is getting crushed this game, which is a little tough. We can look to gank the duo lane. Me and the Wraith have a potential play here, so we're looking for it. I'm sweeping across just to see if they see us. No vision here. Okay, they're not here. Rough position to be in. I think I have to go buy an item. Be right back. I'm gonna go buy an item just so I can be, a little bit stronger. And I'm gonna start working on this Overlord. So I am on my way to Fangtooth. Our Steel's coming over, so I'm looking at that, right? Keep that in mind. I'm making my decisions based on Steel, because I could stop and do my red buff, but Steel's here. I don't want to waste too much of his time. We're going to go for this Fangtooth. We need to start using some of our ability to group. We have a really, really strong Wraith player right now, and we're going to start grouping to do this objective.
It is here.
So Steel going in on that lane there. I'm going to go ahead and start this. I'm even going to look for what's called a double smite, so I smite it early because I have 2 smites to use. And I'm going to look to use both of my smites. Now, with Kwong coming in, they can chase him around. I can just focus on doing this. It's going to hurt a little bit because they'll look to hit me. Okay, I have to just dive away from that. We did secure that. As the damage got a little bit lower and lower, we back up. Yeah, we don't want to fight this. I'm going to try to give my teammates some retreat pings, and we're going to go right into farming. Right back into farming. At minimum, I can clear out my red side jungle, and then we will be good to kind of leave this area and go farm out my blue side jungle. There is also another mini prime. I don't have another... Okay, I'm in a tough position. Okay, I'm going to jump away from him. I'm going to hit the fire, the little thing. So he might take my jungle. My teammates can kind of shove him out. I just have to use... I didn't explain that very well, but it was all very in the moment. I'm sorry. It was all very in the moment. I used my E, my like little fly to get over to the jump flower, and then I jumped out of there. We are getting pushed by the Greystone, which is not great, right? Not great at all, but it is what it is. Oh, this is annoying. Yeah, our off lane's definitely getting shoved a lot. I think once we start just like full grouping and like really focusing on our team fights, we're going to be in a really solid position. If what I'm looking at doing right now is just trying to farm. I had a potential play where I could set up a mini prime. I think that play is mostly gone. We also have the lane pushed against us in the off lane, which is not good to do an objective when the lane's pushed against you, because that's a lot of space that they have created for them. And so yeah, we're just going to farm here. We're just going to continue to scale, stay ahead of the enemy Kwong as much as possible. We're just kind of constantly trying to stay strong. Cutting the camp. Oh, the second max that I'm doing in this is Heaven's Fury, by the way. I don't know that I said that. And I will probably save this smite for a while, just in case there's a window of opportunity where we could go for a prime. I can try to get here. Okay. Too many people. Too many people. Ooh. There is a bit of vision here. I'm going to jump up and go to this tower just to defend this tower if I can. If I can catch this wave here, I can farm it without losing it. Alright, so Big Prime is out now. Definitely something we have to consider. I'm going to go ahead and base so I can get my Barbaric Cleaver and a little bit more health. This is going to start helping me scale up some of my health into damage once I finish this item. So, turn some of this HP into damage. And after that, we're probably going to go something like Absolution, because this has got some magic armor on it and a little bit of damage mitigation. It will give me a little bit, kind of play into the theme of attack speed. And we'll see what we want to do. Maybe a Citadel, Absolution, something along those lines. It probably will be a Citadel first, because I do think I could use some armor. Maybe even a Stonewall, just straight build a Stonewall. But I'd like to play around the Bruiser theme, and I think Citadel fits that profile rather well. So right now we have mid rivers coming up. I'm sweeping, constantly looking for wards. You're going to see me doing that. I'm going to come for this river here. We're going to smack that. Put another point in my Heaven's Fury. And we might even look to kind of invade a little bit. I could leave this up for the invade. Okay, so Argus just saw me. Okay, Argus saw me. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. No need to stick around. We'll put that on cooldown. See if the Argus comes and pokes again. We see them maybe potentially converging on mid. That's the Kwang over on the right-hand side. Big damage there. Nice. Well done. Well done. We could go for Prime. We could go for Prime. We have a one-person pick. If we come for Prime right now, as long as my steel is healthy, we can legitimately do this. Yep. I'm going to look for a double smite. Again, so very similar theme as earlier. I'm actually going to pop my ultimate for this. This is a very important objective to do. At minimum, this is a force 4v5. Also, with Serath, you can dodge the missiles right here. Watch, use the Q to dodge the missiles. And we secure that. Unfortunately, we lose our Decker, which is not great. I'm going to dive onto the Argus if I can. I think I can chase him down. Yeah, he has the stun for me. I'm going to try to chase him down if I can. Okay, I got to run away from that. A little bit too much damage for me. Nice, we trade with him. I'm going to go push this off lane. So now with Prime, Prime heals you. So we have a nice little wave set up here. I'm going to push this. The Prime will heal me. I do have an item in base, so, you know, could be nice to go for that. And there is a Fangtooth coming up, but I could just set this and then I could run. So what I'll probably do is I'm gonna set this on a push, and I'm going to go for Fang. So I'm going to base and go for Fangtooth. My teammates could probably kill it if they really want to. I'm going to go for that. That'll put us at a 2-to-1 Fangtooth lead. We're going to grab that. Like I said, I'm probably going to go Citadel next. I do need a little bit of armor. The theme of getting health and armor, that's going to play into it, because now I've got the Overlord, so that's going to convert some of my health into physical power. And ooh, we've lost a couple people. That's not great. I don't have a smite just yet, so I'm going to grab this red buff. I do want to get this Fangtooth, but we are down 1 for 2. I could pull this, or I could run straight to my teammates. That's not great. That is not great. I think the Murdoch is going to kill him, too. Ooh, that's not great. That is not great. I think I could fight him here. I think I'm pretty strong here. I'm pretty strong here. I don't know where the Murdoch is, so I think I'll take the one pick and then back up. I'll just take the pick, back up. I can still use the Orb Prime buff to keep my health high, because I am going to heal off of this. So if they're trying to do this, which they're not, I'm going to shove this wave here so I can get a little bit of push going on their side. Potentially. Okay, and we want to go for the Fangtooth. Again, we want to put ourselves at that 2-to-1 Fangtooth. 60 seconds left on Orb, so it's not going to do much for us, but yeah, if we can get this Fangtooth, that'd be nice at least. I don't know if the Kwang is going to come out of anywhere. Okay. We're close to an ultimate. There is some potential.
My heresy. It is here.
Okay, knock up there. Alright, no biggie. No biggie. We have some farm. There's not really much of a push. This is going to be a pretty interesting dead area, like dead time in the map, because I can't really do anything with this orb. It's only 25 seconds. We don't really need to be doing much other than maybe invading collectively and looking for kills. Like you see the Wraith is going a little bit deep, so I could definitely be pinching in towards them. Keeping the waves managed is going to be important, so what I'm probably going to do is farm my left side all the way over to, or like my left side jungle over to the left lane. That's going to keep farm. Actually, I didn't realize this wave was where it was at, so we'll obviously shove this wave. We'll farm that forward. I'm trusting them to not get themselves killed. I don't think I need to run to them. I'm just going to focus on farming. pretty empty side, like, part of the game. We have our other players going toward mid, so they're going to shove out that left lane. We'll probably have our Twin Blast or someone rotate over to the right lane to reset that. And then we're basically just looking to set the lanes for the next objective, which is going to be another prime. That's going to be in some time, so what we'll probably do is just base. We'll start working on the foundation of our citadel. So we're going to go for some armor, and then we'll build the Stone of Strength. So Fortified Mantle for some armor, and then we're going to build into the health section next. So 750. I just want to get a little bit bulkier. If I can. Alright, so mid's going to need a push. That's going to be happening soon. We have great vision across the map. You can see that kind of straight line of vision. I'm even going to go pop some of those wards that I just saw them place. So I know that I have a ward in the mid river. I think I have one up here somewhere. So I got that ward, so we can go break these wards. 10 seconds on rivers. I might have an opportunity to get in here. I think I do have an opportunity to get in here. Big ult there. I'm gonna actually chase the Bellica. Drop my Ice Scorn Talons to slow her. She's gonna turn and try to knock me up. Nope. Jump in on her there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, with this forward advantage that we have, I can steal farm, I can look to push. We probably are not going to have an amazing timer for Prime, but I'm going to shove this wave. He's going to try to Q me here. No, he didn't. I don't think he can fight me out. Honestly, not super impressed with his damage here. Okay. I need to get off the field because if I don't, then I might die to a Murdoch snipe. So we're going to try to get out of here before he resets. And honestly, I need to go catch that left lane. Actually, I think my Wraith is doing that. Nice. Alright. About a 200 farm away. Okay, we can set that. We have Fangtooth coming up, or a Prime coming up. I'm going to set this wave. I'm just going to shove it a little bit more. We probably don't want to just rip this immediately, but we do want to be around for it. I do have my Citadel, which sucks. I'm going to shove one more wave because it's probably going to catch like right about here. Yeah, we'll shove one more wave. Okay. And this is setting waves, right? Getting it pushing on their side so the pressure's on them. We could just do this. Their Murdoch was on the right lane. A little bit sus because I didn't realize our carry back, but I'm already kind of starting this, so I'm looking at a double smite here as well. Which means I won't have a smite for the other objective, but dodge the missiles with my Q. We're not fully committing to this, but we are because it's getting low. Beautiful. Watching the damage of it, we pop that. We'll jump in on the Greystone just to kind of peel and help. Huge. I got my slow on him. I'm just looking to chase the Argus. Chase after Argus here. Use our Q to get onto him. Pop our right click. Nice. Get that pick. And we most likely can probably look either to push it in here or to just at least go for the primal, but no smites for a little bit. Okay. We're gonna look to take down a couple of inhibs. That gives me a little bit of time on my smite as well. The new waves spawn every 30 seconds. So this is something really, really important for people to learn. At the 30-second mark, the new waves are going to spawn. So I can catch the new wave on this little circle, right? And this is really, really important when you're sieging this base like this, because I can catch the wave and not make it, you know, mess up and run down wave. So I'm going to catch this here. And we can actually back up, and we're going to go for Fangtooth. I'm sitting on so much gold, it's crazy. 2 minutes left on orb. And yeah, we're just going to focus on getting this objective here. We're just going to focus on this objective here. Saving your Q ability or your Heaven's Fury is really good for smiting with Serath because you actually just become untargetable for a little bit. So, like, if they were to dive over this and look to come after us, it wouldn't be terrible. I'm actually going to step forward so I can take a little bit of the damage off of Steel. And then I press my Q and we smite it. Nice. Notify, be right back. Because I am sitting on a ton of gold. So we're going to go Citadel, and we're going to go into Absolution for a little bit of attack speed, and then Magic Armor. So we'll build the Magic Armor section first, because I'm not really concerned with the attack speed. I've been built pretty bruiser thus far. We're at about 4,000 health, so not bad. We've got some good physical power. Pretty solid bruiser build that we got going on here. And now we're at 60 seconds left on Orb Prime, and we have the Primordial Blaze for 2 minutes. So 2 minutes and 1 minute, we're really just looking to push here. We just want to keep the pressure on as much as we can. Primordial Blaze giving you a huge true damage buff. So we're just looking to push here. Looking to push for sure. If I run into the Squong, that could be game over for him. Actually, I'm just going to run into all of them. Ooh, I think I live. I kind of threw myself at him there. Again, I still have the Orb Prime buff. This is probably going to be game here. We are all over him. And our Wraith is massive. Alright, and that should be game. 3-1-10 solid stat line. Nice. And that's the game. There you have it, friends. Drop a like on the video, subscribe for future Predecessor content. Let me know in the comment section down below if you feel like you're learning something. If you want to watch me play a certain hero, let me know. I'd be happy to play anybody that plays the jungle role because that's pretty much what I do. But just trying to talk through my decisions, kind of get you inside the mind, think about the windows of opportunity, the thinking about the advantages, the tracking the enemy jungler, the keeping up with farm, the helping the lanes you're supposed to help, etc., etc. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to comment below. Tell somebody you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.